Yeah. Hi everyone. That was a good game. I thought we had to kind of grind it out a little bit, get into rhythm. We were kind of thrown off a little bit in the beginning, right before during warm-ups. London Clarkson kind of tweaked something, so she's been in every practice and every workout and all that. So we weren't expecting to not have her. So I was happy to see everybody step up. I thought Odessa, she just got thrown into the fire, had to start. Olivia played the 4 pretty much the whole game when she was in, and that's not a position that she usually plays. She plays the 3, so I was happy to see them step up.
Coach, when things did get a little, I wouldn't say tight down the stretch, but in the second half, Cam took control. Was it an effort to get the ball inside more? Did you see something there that you liked, and what can you say about that push, especially in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, well, first of all, at halftime, we had shot 23s already. And, I mean, they were a team that were playing zone. They were mixing up zone. They had 2 different zones, and they would go to man, and halfway through the possession, go to zone. So it was hard to get in a rhythm anyway, but we were shooting a lot of 3s. So an emphasis was we got to get some paint touches in there. So we needed Cam to demand the ball in the paint, get our bigs involved, but then also guards to touch the paint, drive it, create, either look for their shots or get somebody else open. So I thought we did a good job of that, and especially JJ, too. She did a lot of that in the second half.
Yontavon had 8 assists coming off the bench for 30 minutes. What type of lift does she give you guys?
I mean, Yonta's gotten better. She's head and shoulders better from last year on both sides of the ball. I just really love her growth, and you're seeing it out there. I think she's just way more comfortable as a first year. Last year she was kind of just thrown into the fire, but she was able to learn and grow from those situations. So I think she's doing a great job coming off the bench. I think she's being a commanding presence, which we need from the point guard spot. Her and Mo, kind of like a 2-headed monster right there, so I like what they're doing.
Coach, you got a huge lift from Jillian tonight in her UVA debut, 14 points, 13 rebounds, 3 blocks. Kind of seemed like she was everywhere for you guys. Talk about her performance, and then Jillian, if you could talk about what was going through your mind as you're making your debut for this team.
Yeah, I'm really, really, really proud of Jillian. We call her JJ. I'm really proud of JJ. I think she's a hard worker. She lives in the gym. She's a two-way player. She can play on both sides of the ball. And we've just been working a lot on her understanding our system, just believing in herself, having confidence. So for her to have that success in her first game in a Virginia jersey, I'm just so proud of her. She can score at all 3 levels, which I think you saw tonight, and she can guard. So she brings a different dynamic to our team, and I thought she did a great job.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to do whatever I can to help the team, whether that be rebounding, scoring, it's definitely been an adjustment to the system, but I love how we play, and I just there's been so much support, which has helped a lot just with the transition, and I wouldn't want it any other way.
Yeah, Coach, you've emphasized playing fast a lot. What did you think about your team's speed once you guys kind of got settled in there? And Julian and Cam, I'd love to hear from you guys too.
Yeah, it's funny. I was just on the radio, and they were like, "Oh, the pace was great." And then every huddle, I was talking about our pace needs to come up. So I thought at times we played like how we practice, and then at times I thought we didn't, really get to our options as well. But overall, we sustained the pace, which was great for 40 minutes, and I think we've shown a lot of growth there, and depth helps that too. But I think you're going to see us play faster. And you're going to see us kind of get to our transition options more as we play. We just got to continue to play games and get used to that, get used to how other teams are playing us. But, credit to Maryland Eastern Shore. I thought they played a great game, and I thought, them mixing up the defenses kind of threw us off, and it was hard for us to get in a rhythm. We start running man plays, and then they switch to zone, and we got to run zone plays, things like that. So when you're playing teams like that, you can kind of get out of rhythm and be a little bit scattered. So I thought we did a good job of keeping our composure and staying poised.
You have talked about how important the depth is, and obviously with some of the injuries we saw line up with, I think it was 3 first years, 2 second years at one point. How valuable is that experience, and do you almost need to rein in Mo and O a little bit? We saw, you want to see him dive for those balls, but at some points are you like, okay, just let that one go into the stands, that one was okay?
Well, I mean, I love that. We talk about 50-50 balls. So, you saw, Cam almost face-planted one time.
My bad.
But, she dove for a couple. Mo and O dove for a couple. We had, people just ripping balls out of people's hands, stuff like that. So we want that. We keep track of how many 50-50 balls we get. So I'm never going to really pull them in on that. But I hope whoever O hit over there is okay, though, for sure. Definitely be praying for her. But No, I like our aggressiveness. Obviously, defense, I thought we did a really good job, especially early, holding them. But holding them to 52 points for the game is great, you know, and I thought our guards did especially great. That's a guard-oriented team, so our guards needed to step up, and I thought they did a great job. One thing I want to say, I know you guys are asking me a lot of questions. Cam was a beast inside, and she really put the team on her back in that third quarter or whatever it was, and just demanded the ball, got some and ones, and, you know, that's the Cam we know. We got to see every game.
Coach, you mentioned playing out of position at the 4. It seemed like she did space the floor at that position. Do you think that, obviously you have a lot of depth in the front court, but do you think that that could be an option for you guys in a sort of small ball lineup?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about that. She knows that that's a position that she's going to probably, you know, slide to every once in a while. Sometimes when you're a first year, it's hard to learn 2 positions at once, so we just really wanted her to master the guard spot. We sprinkled her in and practiced a little bit in the 4 spot, but, you know, I think once she gets really comfortable in the system, yeah, she's definitely going to slide because she's 6'3", you know, and it'll be a mismatch problem for the other teams.
And Cam, you took over late. What was it, something that you saw different? I know you've talked about wanting to get the ball, the paint touches, but is there a moment now that you feel with your experience where it's like, okay, here's where I know I can take advantage of my matchup, where I can push it more, where you're going to turn it on to that extra level?
I mean, yeah, we emphasized that at halftime, just kind of getting in the paint. Like Coach Mark said, we had 23s going into the half, so I knew that was kind of, you know, obviously that's my area, being a 4, getting in the paint, being aggressive down there. So, yeah, I mean, I was just demanding the ball, making sure my presence was known, and a lot of things were open. My teammates got me in a good position. I mean, I think Yanta had a couple of assists, passing it, you know, drawing 2 people, kicking it, dumping it down. So, yeah.
Any other questions for the student athletes?
Go Who's?
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.